Hello, Chris Evans from the Reticule here, checking out Football Manager 2016 now that game has been released. One of the big new features of the game was the online draft mode. On the face of it, this mode cannot be played in single player. If you go into the new career game, you got the create a club mode, you have challenges, but there's no way to do the draft mode by yourself. Yet there is a way. You might have to go through the new online game screen and go through the Football Manager Fantasy Draft that way, but you can use the draft in a single player hot seat kind of environment. I was going to quickly talk you through how you can do that now. So, once you've selected the option from the main menu, you get this page where you can name your competition. Let's call it Reticule Draft. In this instance, we'll not allow anyone to join a game, so we can play it by ourselves. And I'll choose a league mode. We're going to have 2 to 6 teams playing in a league. I could go for Knockout Cup and add 32 teams if I wanted, or to have a head-to-head league of 2 teams playing 5 games. In this instance, I'll demonstrate setting up a league. You have some draft options at the bottom. Squad budgets. If you want to get the most out of the draft, you want to put in a rich squad budget. You want to have a large player pool, so you can get a load of players in. And in this instance, to show off the features, I'll put the draft round limit up to 5 minutes. If you want to make it shorter, snappier, quicker, I was clipping this end saying that. But if you want a shorter, snappier draft, you can change that to a minute or 2 minutes. Then hit create competition. The game will load up a few databases, but it's a much shorter job than if you're setting up a full new career game. So, once the background database has been loaded up, you come to your manager profile screen. I've made a few earlier on, and I'll start off with Mr. Reticule. We say use this profile, and come to a team creation stage. This is broadly similar to what you see when you're doing a create a club mode. Obviously there's less options, so you can't choose rivalries or anything like that. You've got team name, a nickname, club badge, kits. You can choose your managerial style, but as this league will be head-to-head, it's not going to have much of an effect on things. Click confirm, and you confirm the new club. On the following screen, this is where you wait for online players to join your match. In this instance, we're going to go to the Football Manager options menu and click Add New Manager. Again, I'll choose one I made earlier, Arya Stark, using one of the female manager profiles. Use the profile. Show manager club called Lisving Panthers. Let's change the logo. Change the kit. Change the shirts. You can have some nice yellow shirts. I think that'll be suitable. Managerial style again. Don't worry too much about that. We'll add one more manager, and we'll go with Ned Stark this time. He's from Winterfell. And the cities, the default cities are all English, so I've gone for Guernsey for the fun of it. And he's got some funny blue and black striped shirts going on. and confirm. When you've done that, you can choose, I said, suit 6 teams yourself, or if you're doing cup, you could choose more teams. As it is, I'm happy with what we have here. So you press continue when you're ready, and press yes. This takes us to the shortlisting screen. This is where you will shortlist players that you want to pick in your draft. It makes it easier to identify who you want to pick and where and why and when. In the bottom of the screen, it lists all the players in the database in value order. Or you can do a quick search. Say you want to search for the keepers. Tick a couple of boxes and click add to shortlist. Let's quickly get some defenders on the ball. Ramos, Boateng, Silva. Just grab a few. Add them to shortlist. Grab a few midfielders. You want genuine midfielders here. Torre, Sanchez, Robin, Paul Pogba. I'll go for Royce as well. Add them to my shortlist. Strikers. Here we are: Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, Aguero, Neymar, Ibrahimovic, Lewandowski, Bale. All the players are there ready for you to add to shortlist. If you're doing this hot seat mode like I am, when you press continue, you'll then get the option to create a shortlist for your other teams. I'm not going to bother with the other two. Let's continue. And continue again. Then you get to the draft stage. The game's automatically allocated Winterfell, the first draft pick, and each team has 5 minutes for each draft pick. So let's say it's okay there. At the start, every team has a budget of 250 million, and depending on who you pick, you fill up that pool of money. Alright, Winterfell. We'll search by club. Search for players based at Manchester. That's not going to work. Right, let's go for Man United. There we are. Alright, let's just bring this screen a bit bigger, and we're just going to chuck in Juan Mata. Pick player from the draft. Are you sure you want to pick Juan Mata? Yes, I am. In this instance, I'm going to check this box and say don't show this message again. Otherwise, we're going to see this pop up every single time. Next, you press change player in the bottom corner. That moves us over to Lisbon Panthers. Again, for Lisbon Panthers, I didn't make a shortlist, so there's no one in there. Player search. Torre. I'll pick Torre. And you can see in the right hand corner, round 1, who's picked what player. A little description of each player. Legendary midfielder, flamboyant midfielder, such like. Change player again. Reticule FC. Again, no shortlist for Reticule FC. Player search. We'll filter by position. And we'll pick Tim Krul. Pick the player. I've got 2 picks this time. As Ronaldo's free, I'll pick Ronaldo. Change player. Lisbon Panthers. Let's go for Leo Messi. Change player, Winterfell. Let's have a look at the shortlist then. Can we pick Ronaldo? No, we can't. Ronaldo's gone. Let's pick up Neymar. And who else do we have on the shortlist? Sergio Ramos. Pick him. And as we picked a few players now, you can see everyone's budget is decreasing. Let's just finish off round 3 of the picks, and then we'll skip ahead. Lisbon Panthers. Let's try and find. Go for Pachetti. Back to Reticule FC. Let's look at the current squad. Goalkeeper, got Ronaldo. We'll go for Ibrahimovic. Pick player. The draft continues like that. You could go through all of the draft process to fill your team up. But really what we're going to do now is we're going to click complete draft. Change player, complete draft. Change player, complete draft. So, the draft is now complete. We've passed on all the other picks, and the summary is at the top. We'll hit continue a few times, and just save the game quickly. Right. Once the save's complete, you come into a much more slimmed down view of your home page. You see the 3 teams in the league. You view your squad and you think, oh, I've got 3 players. That's not going to work. If you go into tactics, skip tactics creator, hit quick pick, and you have your 3 players assigned to positions for now. Let's just continue, and we've got the first match coming up. Winterfell versus Reticule FC. Be taking place in Wembley. There's a brief match preview. Team selection. The game has handily filled my squad in with great players. Great players are what happens when you have a team without enough real players to fill the squad. So I'll ask the computer to pick the squad, putting Krul in goals, Ibrahimovic and Ronaldo on wings. Submit the team. Winterfell. We're going for a standard 4-4-2. Ramos at the back, Mata in midfield, and Neymar up top. And you submit team. Teams warm up. And you're ready to start things off. You get the normal presentation of key men, key battles, view of the squads, and then a random assistant manager lets you assign some opponent instructions, give a team talk, give some more instructions, give an assertive team talk, expect a win, highlights, we'll have key highlights, No replays. Have it fairly speedy. Then you start match, and there we are. 2 drafted teams full of great players and a smattering of star players. As I said earlier, if you go through the whole process, you can fill your squad with as many star players as you can afford for the £250 million cap, and go from there. An unknown player scored the first goal of the match. So, the fancy draft mode, it's fun. You can pick who you want, where you want. The only shame is that it's limited to custom leagues. So you can have 6-team league or the cup. You can't really get into this kind of freedom when you're playing in the Create Club mode, where you have to base your player purchases on that team's budget. You have to release players to bring new ones in. It can be quite awkward. But if you just want to select 2 great teams and duke it out across the series of matches, you could use the head-to-head match, head-to-head league, and that'll be perfect. Imagine a team led by Neymar and Messi, the other team led by Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, with De Gea in one goal, Neumer in the other goals. It could be such a great experience for you to just duke it out against yourself, really. But there's no harm duking out against yourself. It's an easier way of doing things through the creative draft, rather than, or fantasy draft even, rather than going into the pre-game editor and playing around with things in there. So yeah, let's just speed things up a little bit here. See how things go. Obviously, you could take the approach of limiting each team's budget to the 10 million mark, and then you got to work with League 1, League 2 quality players. Or you might fill the team up at the £25 million range with championship players, then pick conference players even, and then pick 1 star man. There's so many options with the draft. Let assistants take team talks here and bask in the glory of Wembley. If you really want to get into the detail of Football Manager, you can have so much fun playing around in the editor. That's where you can really change things up, not limited to replacing one team name with your own team name. You can actually create a whole new club from scratch, put them into a different league, take another team away, create new competitions, edit competitions, and I expect that pretty soon I'll be playing around in the editor myself. 5-3 so far. It's been a fairly exciting game. Neymar scored again for Winterfell. I think it's obvious that in this instance, it's better to put 3-star players outfield rather than having 1-star goalkeeper. And Tim Krul's not really a star goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. He's not a star goalkeeper. Right, this is the game nearly over. There we are. 6-3 full time. Neymar scoring 4. And Thomas Wobble, an unknown player, getting one himself. Go through all the post match analysis, view the league table, look at the schedule, look at your squad, and think what you want to do. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little video showing off the fantasy draft mode in the new Football Manager. If you want me to look at anything else in the game, drop some comments. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit the website at thereticule.com. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.